Did you know that a small mountain in the northeastern United States is home to some of the most extreme weather on Earth, including the fastest recorded wind speed not associated with a tornado or tropical cyclone? This is Mount Washington. Mount Washington is located in the White Mountains of New Hampshire, where it stands at an elevation of 6,288 feet above sea level. This makes it the highest peak in the northeastern United States, and it's not particularly close, as Mount Washington is nearly 500 feet taller than Mount Adams, the second highest peak in the Northeast. Mount Washington is also an ultra-prominent peak, which means that it has more than 1,500 meters, or 4,291 feet of prominence, one of only 1,500 such mountains in the entire world. It's actually well above the ultra threshold, as it has 1,874 meters, or 6,148 feet of prominence, making it the most prominent mountain in the United States east of the Mississippi. But despite all these superlatives, Mount Washington is probably best known for its extreme weather, and it's even been referred to as home of the world's worst weather. The mountain frequently sees lightning, extreme precipitation, and flying ice, but Mount Washington is most notorious for its high wind speeds, as the summit experiences hurricane-force winds over 100 times per year on average. In 1934, the summit even experienced a 231 mile-per-hour wind gust, which held the record as the highest recorded wind speed anywhere on Earth until 1996, when a tropical cyclone off the coast of Australia produced a wind gust of 254 miles per hour. However, the 1934 Mount Washington measurement still holds the record in both the northern and the western hemispheres. But why is Mount Washington, a relatively small mountain in the grand scheme of things, such a hotspot for extreme weather? Well, there are three main reasons, the first of which is the shape of the surrounding topography. If we look at a topographic map of the region, we can see that the White Mountains form a sort of wedge, shown here in the blue lines, and this allows wind that comes in from the west to be funneled directly on top of Mount Washington, which is shown here by the black dot. The second reason is one that I already mentioned, and that's the fact that Mount Washington is so much taller than any of the mountains that surround it. The highest topography in the region located west of Mount Washington are the Adirondacks, but they top out around 5,000 feet. This means that, again, when there is wind coming in from the west, there is roughly 1,000 feet of air that has not been disturbed by surface friction, and that means that it can really pick up speed and hit Mount Washington at full force. The third reason is that Mount Washington just so happens to sit at the confluence of major storm tracks coming from the Atlantic, the Gulf of Mexico, and the Pacific Northwest. This means that the mountain frequently experiences storms, and